America's most insane abandoned places, from forgotten theme parks to entire ghost towns. America is filled with abandoned places you have to see to believe. I mean, seriously, some of these locations are straight out of a movie. We're talking about entire cities that have been burning for decades. Massive amusement parks destroyed by a hurricane. These aren't just empty buildings, they're time capsules with insane stories behind why they were left to rot. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a town that is literally on fire from below. This is Centralia, Pennsylvania. The ground is hot to the touch and poisonous gases are constantly seeping into the air. Carbon monoxide. This place is so dangerous that almost everyone had to leave. A landfill fire spread into coal tunnels beneath the town. Experts say there's enough coal to burn for another 250 years. Coming in at number 9, every kid's dream turned into a nightmare. But then, Hurricane Katrina hit, and the storm surge flooded the entire park with corrosive salt water. When the water receded, the rides were frozen in time, rusting away, with trees and vines growing through the tracks. There are even alligators in the murky ponds. It looks like the set of a zombie movie, but it's real. Plans to redevelop fizzled. For now, Six Flags New Orleans remains a haunting reminder of Katrina's destruction. For our number 8 spot, we're traveling back in time to the Wild West. Body isn't just a ghost town. It's perfectly preserved, kept in a state of arrested decay. At its peak, the town had nearly 10,000 people during the gold rush. When the gold ran out, people just left, tables still set for dinner. Today you can wander through about 100 original buildings. It's unbelievably spooky and immersive. At number 7, we have a building that was once a shining symbol of American power and innovation, but it became a symbol of urban decay. Windows smashed, interiors covered in graffiti and debris. This grand waiting room once rivaled ancient palaces. By the late 20th century, it sat empty and stripped. Here's the twist. In 2018, Ford bought the station and launched a massive restoration, turning it into a modern innovation campus. Decades as an icon of abandonment, now a story of rebirth and Detroit's comeback. An incredible comeback for the building and for Detroit. Get ready, because at number 6, we are visiting one of the most terrifying and haunted places in the entire country. Opened in 1829, it was built to enforce solitary confinement, designed to make inmates feel regret. Famous inmates include Al Capone and Slick Willie Sutton. Capone even had a furnished cell. Closed in 1971, it sat empty for years. Vines and trees began to grow in the cell blocks, turning it into spooky, beautiful decay. Today, it's open for tours and famous for its Halloween event. Many say the prisoners' spirits never left. Whether you believe or not, Eastern State is unforgettable and creepy to explore. Our number 5 spot is a place that honestly shouldn't even exist. In 1905, the Colorado River flooded through a breached irrigation canal and for 2 years filled a desert basin, creating the Salton Sea by accident. In the 1950s, it became a glamorous resort. Water skiing, celebrities, marinas, and developers called it the California Riviera. But with no outlet, salts and agricultural runoff concentrated. The sea became toxic, saltier than the ocean, and fish kills exploded. The shore is now crushed fishbone and barnacles. It smells terrible, and the air carries toxic dust. It's a surreal, apocalyptic landscape. A paradise turned toxic nightmare. You probably think you know everything about New York City, right? But did you know there's a completely abandoned Forbidden Island in the East River? Purchased in the 1880s for Riverside Hospital, it quarantined smallpox, tuberculosis, and typhoid patients, most famously Typhoid Mary. After World War II, it housed veterans and later became a troubled treatment center. It was finally shut down in 1963 and left to decay. Nature took over. Vines, trees, and dense canopy conceal collapsing structures. Today, it's a protected bird sanctuary, off-limits without permits. It's one of the most mysterious and inaccessible abandoned places in the country. For our number 3 spot, we're heading back to Detroit to explore a true giant of American industry. Opened in 1903, the Packard plant was once the most modern car factory in the world. Thousands worked here building luxury Packard cars. Designed by Albert Kahn, its reinforced concrete and massive windows were revolutionary. After closure in 1958, it became the world's largest industrial ruin. Exposed concrete, rebar, collapsed floors. It turned into a playground for urban explorers, graffiti artists, and illegal raves, dangerous and lawless. Recently, developers bought the site, began demolishing the worst sections, and are planning redevelopment. It's the end of an era, but even as sections come down, its scale remains unforgettable. A monument to a lost era, the Packard plant will haunt Detroit's skyline for years to come. Our runner-up is hidden deep inside America's most visited national park. This is Elkmont, a ghost town of abandoned cabins and a massive empty hotel inside the park. Originally a logging camp, then an exclusive Appalachian Club resort for wealthy families, it thrived for decades. When the park was created, many owners kept lifetime leases. As leases expired, cabins were abandoned and left to rot. In 2009, preservationists saved the most significant buildings. Today you can visit restored cabins and still decaying structures. It's a peaceful, slightly spooky walk through a forgotten mountain community. And now for our #1 most unbelievable abandoned place in America. Millions of people pass by it every day without knowing it exists. We are going deep underground to the abandoned City Hall subway station. And this isn't some grimy tunnel. Opened in 1904 as the crown jewel of the new subway, it was closed to the public in 1945. The station features Guastavino tile arches, colored tiles, brass chandeliers, and massive skylights. Truly a work of art. So why did it close? The platform sits on a sharp curve, fine for 1904's short cars, but dangerous with modern longer trains. With the nearby Brooklyn Bridge station handling most traffic, the city decided to shut City Hall Station. For 75+ years it's remained a ghost station, unseen by most New Yorkers. But there's a secret. The number 6 train uses its track as a turnaround loop. If you stay on the train after the last stop, you can glimpse the station through the window. It's the most beautiful subway station ever built. A forgotten piece of art beneath the busiest city on Earth. Hidden in plain sight, it's a breathtaking time capsule that remains our #1 pick. A stunning secret jewel. And that's why it's our #1 pick. And that's our countdown of the top 10 most unbelievable abandoned places in America. Which abandoned place would you want to explore? Drop a comment below. I want to read every single one. If you enjoyed this tour, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing countdowns. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.